Well, it's that time of year where the numbers are good and you can also have a chance of getting your personal best. It was nice to get one, at least around 3 pounds today, and we're going to get some more. A lot of fishing pressure out here, but that's okay. There's a lot of fish too. It's that time of year where the bass start to settle down into predictable areas and the bite trends towards hitting baits near the bottom. This also means you can expect to catch bass in all shapes and sizes, from juveniles to big females carrying eggs, and some of them are already spawned out. Only one that I caught showed signs of wear in the tail from fanning out of bed. We were out there on Wednesday, and the unwelcome northeast wind created an opportunity for us to start farther north around Metro Beach, where it was calmer. We shared the water with at least a dozen other boats that had the same idea as we did. This is where the best fish of the trip came from, a 3.5 pound smallie caught on a wacky rig. We didn't find the bass chasing, plus the cold front provided more incentive for us to go down into the weeds to find the bite. In spite of the overall good numbers for the day, the smallies were topping out at 3 to 3.5 pounds. I talked with another angler who had the same results. I have to admit to being surprised to find eelgrass this long in this area this early in the season. After the overnight storms, this water was heavily stained and 65 degrees. The next area we fished, we started in the shallows, then tracked the sand to the weed line. Fished all of that, then in the 7 foot range, found bass in mixed sizes with several quality smallies. As with most areas, we were catching both largemouth and smallmouth together. My two best baits this day were a 2.75-inch tube and tiny floating craw. Both were in Canadian Mist Ghost. The cabbage was still thin enough to work a bait on the bottom, catch bass, and only occasionally get snagged on the soft, new growth weed. This area is north of the Clinton River cutoff and is the first place we encountered slimy algae on the bottom. Even though we were catching good smallies here, the slime won't improve and will eventually cover more of the bottom. As that happens, I expect the smallies to move out a little deeper. This is one time of year where bass anglers are less likely to be picky about having other boats around. What happens is the bass begin to settle into an area and occupy a zone. As more and more anglers show up, you could clearly see the range of the zone by where the boats were positioned. In this area, the water was lightly stained and the slimy algae was at a minimum. All up and down the mile roads, the 7 foot range was strong, but that's just part of the story. You can find them shallower and deeper with a little extra effort. The 54-degree nighttime temperatures drove some of the bass in 4 to 5 feet of water off of their beds, but they will be back. The next night, it was going to drop to 41 degrees, but that trend is reversing in the right direction over the next week. You will see a lot of east wind in this forecast, and you may say, it doesn't look like prevailing west winds, but we really have crossed over into that period. We know because the Belle Isle water temp continues to track steadily upward. It's now over 55 degrees, and the shoreline temps have tracked strongly upward into the mid-60s. Next week, we are looking at 70 and 80-degree air temps. That wouldn't happen with prevailing east winds. Expect a new wave of spawners to step up with this trend. This is a unique time of year where nearly anywhere you go, bass will be easy to catch closer to shore. In general, there will be less action where the cold water spills out into the lake from the St. Clair River. Like we covered last week, any protected water in the north part of the lake will warm up quickly. A bonus feature of fishing this piece of big water is that you get an occasional air show. God bless and good fishing. Have a blessed weekend.